Hello, everyone. I just wanted to take the opportunity to reflect on something that's been um, moving through me today and try and articulate my thoughts, because oftentimes you feel like you want to express something and then your thoughts kind of move all over the place. And it's related to the topic or idea of presence and being in the moment and what that means. Um, when I, back in probably 2008, when I was a newly qualified solicitor, and I found the job and the career really quite stressful, or at least that was my state of being in my body. I was just full of tension and quite unhappy, actually. Even though I had done very well in the academic exams, etc. And I remember thinking, I just want to feel peace. I just want to feel peace in my body. I want to feel relaxed. And I didn't think that was possible with this career. And so um, I won't go into the whole story, but I was on my way to leave Ireland, where I was living, and to go on a big trip. I was going to do some further law exams in the States. Um, but in the back of my mind, I felt like I had kind of given up on my career, on the career ladder. I just wanted this sense of peace inside myself. That was my absolute priority. And coincidentally or synchronistically, around the same time, I bought Eckhart Tolle's book, A New Earth. I saw it promoted on the Oprah Winfrey Show, which I didn't really watch too much, but it was happened to be on the television on a lunchtime. And I saw it, and I had this very kind of instinctive feeling like I'm going to buy that book. So I bought it, and I think I also bought The Power of Now then at the same time, and I took them with me when I left on this big trip, and I was leaving, quite soon after I bought them. So they kind of became my companion books on that trip, and it ended up really, significantly impacting me. Um, yeah, the combination of leaving, going to travel, asking these deeper questions in my life, and then buying these books, the combination of that had a very powerful impact. One of the sentences from The Power of Now that really stuck out to me at the time, that I was just absolutely, I remember kind of gobsmacked by. It was like it hit me somewhere very deeply, not in a way that my mind could logically understand, and that was to do with um, the past and the future being an illusion and time being an illusion. So I was trying to find the exact sentence, but I think it's in or around page 49 and under the section of End the Delusion of Time, where Eckhart Tolle says, um, time isn't precious at all because it is an illusion. What you perceive as precious is not time, but the one point that is out of time, the now. That is precious indeed. The more you are focused on time, past and future, the more you miss the now, the most precious thing there is. Why is it the most precious thing? Firstly, because it is the only thing, it's all there is. And then on the second page, he also says, nothing ever happened in the past, it happened in the now. Nothing will ever happen in the future, it will happen in the now. And yeah, that was just so powerful for me, and it really created a huge shift, I think, in myself. So then just fast forward to very recently. So of course, over the course of many years, lots of things have happened, and um, certainly, the shift that happened around that time remained in many ways, but also life took over, and I didn't feel the power of those words as much as time went on and on. But I attended a seminar recently by a teacher, Dr. Azra Bertrand, and he spoke in that seminar about time magic. And I took a few notes, and I just want to um, mention some of the things he said. He said, um, most trauma healing assumes a linear timeline of healing, or fixing it by linear means with no feminine lens. Time throughout history has been known as a god, as a sentient being. Trauma is a function of time and memory. Time is not linear, it is spiral and cyclical. We call this organic time. Stepping into organic time is one of the most important steps in biomantic healing. He says even the words time magic or time coded will start to do something to some of us. Our biology is made of time, and we need to approach it in a new way. So there are some of the words that he said, and yeah, that certainly activated something in me again, very powerful, and it reminded me of the words that I had read from Eckhart Tolle. Of course, over the years, I've heard lots and lots of teachings about the present moment and all we have is now. But it's so easy for those words to become concepts, and we think we understand them, but really our mind is just interpreting them, and we're like, yeah, yeah, sure. However, when that wisdom is kind of felt deep in the body, it's very different. There is a kind of opening up. Even now, of course, when I'm on camera, I can feel, a tension in my body, and I can feel my stomach is kind of tight, and shallow breathing. I tend to have shallow breathing anyway, and I'm trying to breathe more deeply. So, of course, this is, radically transformative. We live in a world and a society that believes deeply in linear time. That's how we live our lives. That's how we've been trained and conditioned and brought up. It's how most of our society is, I suppose, created and constructed. So in the context of law in particular, it was just I was reflecting on that, that feeling first in myself, of that feeling of just opening up to this present moment, and really feeling like you can trust it, because when I breathe into the present moment, I realize how there's a lot of fear there, that you can't fully trust this moment, that there's, we need a protection or something, or we can just keep going to the next thing because it's not possible to just fully open. And I wondered about, in law and legal practice, it's totally embedded in time. It's totally embedded in this idea of linear time. First of all, we're all most solicitors, lawyers are embedded in this framework of billable hours, so you're already watching the clock constantly, and I think that immediately contracts the body, because there's a sense that I can't fully relax into this moment, because what if in this particular moment my body just actually truly wants to rest? Well, no, you're not allowed rest. You've got to report back on your productivity, and so we're constantly in this kind of tension and stress mode. Um, and so with that, what implications does that have if we are people to whom other people are coming with different issues and problems, seeking assistance. So they come to us, and we're in this kind of very tight and contracted space. We're very much in linear time. We're not opening, relaxing, opening the belly, allowing ourselves to breathe deeply into this moment. So we're not meeting that person in front of us in a space that is open and potentially healing, has a healing quality about it, has a truthful quality about it. And so they are likely coming to us also in a stressed situation, in a stressed position, in a stressed body. And if we're meeting them also in a stressed body, and we're looking to deal with their problem in a framework of linear time, well, then I suppose we have to ask ourselves, how much are we truly helping a situation? Um, and how much better could we possibly assist a person if we were able to meet them with an open, with a relaxed body, with a relaxed belly, in an open, warm, inviting space, even without any preconceived knowledge or intellectual understanding. Are we not already in that moment bringing some healing, some space, some possibility for solution to that person? So, yeah, um, ironically, I'm looking at the time now. It's just a topic that I wanted to explore today. So, thank you for listening.